Hello, Math 2 7th graders. This is going to be a video on unit rates. Again, a few hopefully friendly questions and then ratio questions. So a unit rate is a fraction with different units. It's a rate, that's what a rate is, a fraction with different units, where the denominator is 1. So like $20 per hour, or 60 miles per hour, or 80 beats per second or per minute, 3 pounds, $3 a pound. Anyway, those are examples of a unit rate. Then a ratio, that's a fraction with the same units or no units, right? And remember, when you have a fraction equals a fraction, or a ratio equal a ratio, or a rate equal a rate, those are proportions. And so here, first question, you can hit pause. Bob drives, and actually these questions are pretty friendly. I'm okay if you do it in your head, but I'd like you to show your work though. Bob drives 400 miles in 8 hours. Find the unit rate. Let's go ahead and hit pause and do that. I'm going to show the work. I'm going to make a circle. Miles per hour. So if he goes 400 miles in 8 hours, how much for 1? And that's how you show your work. And so x equals, this is just times 50 times 50. He's going 50 miles per hour. That's the unit rate. And then Sally reads 56 pages in 7 minutes. Find the unit rate. So again, hit pause. Pages per minute. 56 pages in 7 minutes, how much for 1? And x equals 8 pages per minute. And number 3, Stan's heart beats 360 times in 4 minutes. So find the unit rate. So again, hit pause. So I'm going to abbreviate. So 360 heartbeats in 4 minutes, how much for 1? And again, that's just divide. That's just going to be 90. X equals 90 heartbeats per minute. So hopefully those first 3 were pretty friendly questions there. All right, now for some ratio questions. The ratio of beavers to squirrels is 3 to 2, and you can use that 2 to 7. You can also go 3:4, that means 2, right? So, but anyways, the ratio of beavers to squirrels is 2 to 7. If there are 35 squirrels, how many beavers? So, anyways, hit pause, do the question, see if you can do it. Here I go. So I'm going to go beavers to squirrels. The ratio is 2 to 7. And then there's 35 squirrels. Well, the squirrels are on the bottom. So that's just going to be times 5. So times 5. So x equals 10. There are 10 beavers. All right. Number 5. The ratio of pigs to cows is 3 to 2. If there's 21 pigs, how many cows? So hit pause. It's real similar to number 4 there. You can do this. I'm going to go. Whatever's first I put on top. So the first number is pigs. Second number is cows. And then 21 pigs. So 21 goes on top. That's times 7. So that's times 7. X equals 28. There are 28 cows. Right. Okay, now this one's a little different here. The ratio of cats to dogs is 3 to 2 if there are 35 total. So when you have ratios and they give you in the total thing, I just do tic-tac-toe. And if this is brand new, you'll really like this. So cats goes first, dogs goes second, and then the total is always at the bottom. And I always write out the word total. You can abbreviate the others. So cats is the first number, dogs is the second number, and what do these numbers add up to? They add up to 5. So 3 out of 5 would be cats, 2 out of 5 would be dogs. If the ratio is 3 to 2, well, that adds up to 5. Now 35 is your total, so where do you think the 35 is going to go? Yeah, it's going to go right next door there. So that's just times 7. So times 7 times 7, 21 and 14. So how many each? So there are 21 cats and 14 dogs. All right? So tic-tac-toe. So you try number 7 here, and it works when you even have 3 animals. The ratio of cows to horses to pigs is 3 to 1 to 4. If there's 40 total, how many pigs? So you give it a try. Hit pause. So the first thing is cows, the second's horses, the third is pigs. At the bottom is always total, so you have to have an extra layer for your tic-tac-toe here. The first number was 3, that's for cows. The second number is 1 in your ratio. Horses, and 4 goes with the pigs. These add up to 8. 3 out of 8 are cows, 1 out of 8 are horses, 4 out of 8 or half of them are pigs. So then the total, 40 goes here. This is times 5. So 15, 5, so lousy 15, and 20. And you can add, double check, that adds up. So how many pigs? There are 20 pigs. Number 8. Yeah, buddy. So the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 2. And there are 30 students in the class. How many more boys than girls? So hit pause and do the question. I'm going to go. So the ratio of boys to girls in total was 3 to 2. That adds up to a total of 5. So if there's 30 students, that's just going to be times 6, times 6 times 6, so that's 18 and 12. So how many more boys and girls? Well, 18 minus 12 is 6. There are 6 more boys than girls. And last one here. This will be a tough one here. Those of you who have had me this year, you'll recognize this question. So Bob the biologist caught, tagged, and released 40 bass in Lake Chuck. A few days later, he went back and caught another group of bass, and 8 out of 60 caught were tagged. He caught 60 of them, 8 of them were tagged. Estimate the number of bass that are in the Lake Chuck. This is how biologists estimate populations, because you can't catch them all. You tag and release, and then you can assume that when you catch it, that it's proportional, right? That's the assumption you're making. So anyways, you have tagged, this way you're keeping track of, not tagged, and total. So see if you can do this. Hit pause. And here, one more thing. I would do this first. Save this one for last. Do the second day first. So you have a total of 60 were caught, 8 were tagged. Well, that must mean 52 weren't tagged out of those 60 that were caught the second day. Now the first day he caught 40 and tagged them all. So there's 40 tagged in the lake, and I don't know how many, but it's times 5. And so times 5 is going to be 300. So I bet 52 times 5 is 260, because those have to add up. So this is an estimate, so there are about 300 bass in the lake. And that'd be an estimate. So that's why you say the word about. Alright, so hopefully that was helpful.